What's up, Roberto? We lucked out. Apparently, Madden auto-saved. Madden auto-saved, so we are good. And I have ice cream, so I'm good. Let's get this back in Discord if I can find it. Discord, yeah, it was a very close game. Very close game. Let's see who pops their head in here. I'm going to wait and see if Regier comes back before I start. They're just going to run it twice, then we're going to go to overtime.
And they'll go on the ground.
And hopefully it doesn't fucking crash again.
Down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third.
All right, Madden.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here.
Blue 90.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
Not a crash. We're good. All right, boys. Let's enjoy this overtime football game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game.
What's up, Colin?
Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a second and long. They'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool
Big
it,
stop.
right? Tried to trick them.
Big stop for the Bills.
And they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D. It's got to be priority one.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stanley. And he'll
This
work
is
it across
close.
midfield.
Jaguars need to get a stop here, or this thing's going to be over.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful.
Field goal range.
Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
This is at least a triable field goal.
Second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference
Can't
as we
get
know
sacked.
between
Can't get rid of
second
the
and
ball.
4 and second and 8.
Oh my God.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Oh
And he'll go down
my
at the
God.
28. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Rozier's got to be shitting his pants right now.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. Gonna throw deep for the end zone.
What are you doing, Bills? No!
It falls down
Bad ballers. Bad
They're gonna be
ballers.
looking to play in overtime. He's had a
Run the ball
fantastic game,
and
but
trust
unable to
Victor
hook up
Silva.
there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get
Victor
open?
Silva
How
is
do
a
you
great
not know
kicker.
they're going to
Trust
go to
him.
He's a big play
All
guy.
right, here we go.
In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say.
Run
Get
it again.
in position to
boy.
be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the
Oh
field
my
goal.
God.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been
And
intercepted.
McGrahon drops
winds
the
up
pick that
falling
would have
incomplete.
potentially saved the
Not only was
Jaguars
call spot
season.
on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third
Christ.
down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed
All
to
right,
make
Victor
a play,
Silva,
right?
let's see
Yeah,
what you got.
exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, that's money.
And the kick is good. He puts it through.
Buffalo
and
advances to the
move
AFC
on to the
Championship
AFC
game in
Championship
Los
game.
Angeles.
Well, one side moves on, and
Wow.
then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this
That's
game.
crazy.
Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game
Both
short of a
quarterbacks played
conference
okay.
championship. They'll have the whole
Both running backs
offseason to
were
think
not
about
good.
it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
Player of the game's Kevin Vance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis,
Kevin
and
Vance,
all our
player of the
crew,
game.
I'm Brandon
100%.
Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jordan Thompson
With
stepped
that,
up
we
just like he
sign
stepped up
off
in the Super
from
Bowl 2 years ago.
Jacksonville.
And Rozier, while I got you here, we can do your upgrades too. Unbelievable. Bills Chargers. Let's upgrade some Buffalo Bills. So we got Skinner, Parker, Vance, Lincoln, Wilson, Mathis, Turk, Fat. Wow, he's got a lot. Alright, let's start with Skinner. Alright, I gotta assume it's 5 into power. Pepperjack, I feel you. I was salty as shit last night, brother. But hey, if anybody deserves it, it's Rozier. Rozier's like the nicest guy around, so if anybody deserves it, it's him. So, as salty as I am for myself and for you, pretty happy for Rozier. last one, Roger. Alright. Time for Falcons Seahawks, I guess. What should we give him? If Pepper Jack's not here, what should we... Not Pepper Jack, god damn it. If AP's not here, what should we give him? And Pepper Jack, no. We used everything before the game. No one would get 2 points in one game. I'd say either... I'd say that's probably the way to go. Those things are fire. In 2010's classic alternate, those things are fire. Let's rock with that. Alright. Alright, Hobie Wobie. Let's get it, boys. The winner of this game plays Pride and the Lions in the NFC Championship game. This game will pretty much decide whether Madden values defense or offense. Because the Falcons' defense is stupid.
Hey everybody, it's the coach.
And the Seahawks' Falcons' offense is stupid.
All right,
My
Coach,
mistake.
first opened back
And
in
Seahawks
2017.
defense
There's a
is
look at the...
stupid. So, let's see what wins. Offense or defense?
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Richard
I
had a
like what
pretty
his
good
head
season.
coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some
I was
snacks.
just going to say.
That's where I go.
And the Buffet Boys, the O-line.
We shall see, Roger. We shall see.
Listen, you got to feed them first.
Now let's go.
But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The starters defensively now for the Falcons. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
We had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And it was fun to me. Let's hear him say, I like what we did, but we need more pressure on the quarterback.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football
Pretty funny if
at
AP
the
won.
37-yard line. Certainly
Think
not
of that.
what
A
they
Final
envisioned
Four with
ending the
Pride,
opening drive here in the first
AP,
quarter.
Regier and a CPU change. That is not what I would have predicted at the beginning of this year.
That hurts. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
4 down, check. Hurry up, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Got him. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Four down. All right, here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just
get settled in. It's a decent start for the Falcons.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
I'd say anytime you can pick up a lead is a good start.
Just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go now.
I I think Hobie's here, Pepper Jack. He's just lurking a little bit. Hobie's going lurk mode, trying to bounce between the stream and FGs, and I don't blame him.
He had 7 catches. That's his first one here.
Hobie's got mixed loyalties, and it's all good. Me and Hobie talk every day. But I know Hobie and FG are boys, so I would never ask him to skip that.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second
Absolutely
and 3.
reject.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of
Hobie,
blitzing
I know the deal.
often alters the normal
You and
spacing
FG are
run
boys.
fits,
You and
and
me
makes
are
creases
boys.
like they were able to exploit right there.
It's the way it is. It's a tough spot, and I don't envy it.
And always going to be brought down by
We gotta
the
do what we
face
gotta
mask.
do.
Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And they'll go on the ground. And he's got room. Finding room to
There goes
return.
Alvin Robbins.
And did he get in? No.
Nice 30-yard run.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
They go play action here on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
That's a big play for the Seahawks.
Are in for 6. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
This game has shootout written all over it, so Seattle's really got to take advantage of these opportunities to get touchdowns.
They got him involved there for the score.
Shit, both teams do. Atlanta will get theirs, even though Seattle's defense is great. Atlanta's offense is great enough that they'll get theirs. So it's going to be a matter of Seattle keeping up against this less than ideal Atlanta defense.
At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
Let's go!
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case,
Get rid of it, Tebow. Get rid of it.
Way better than the
He's got
Oh, there goes Lee Eccles.
And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near
Big
the
play.
15.
Very big
It's
play.
a big play there for Atlanta. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Love. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy.
Oh, shit, Lee Eccles is hurt.
Over on the sidelines, while this one continues
Holding that shoulder,
downfield.
that's not
And
good.
now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears
That's
to be
no
an injured
bueno.
Falcon on the field. Well, he
I think
gets
the
attended
Falcons'
to.
backup running
We'll
back
step
is
aside.
Clay Halestri, and he's like a 60. Oh, that's bad. Locker room's not good. Bye-bye, Lee
From
Eccles.
the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Yep, and there's Clay Halestri coming on in. He is a terrible running back,
Green 39!
but Atlanta's going to give him a ton of touches
They'll give it to
anyway.
him up the middle. And he'll take this into the
That
end
was
zone. Now,
probably
hopefully
holding, but that was a
he'll
pretty
have
nice run.
flag down. So So let's see what this is
Yeah,
about.
that's going to be holding on Cumberland. Oh, yeah. It's coming back.
Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just
They get
shy
half
of
of what they need.
at the 6. The catch good
They
for
get
6
half of what they
yards, but
need.
now it's 3rd and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
1 quarter gone in this NFC divisional round matchup. 7-3 the score. We're back to Atlanta in just a moment. This is the NFL, and you're watching EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
And they'll come up looking to keep this drive. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Oop, they're going to split out the 60 overall running back. What a threat.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught.
And that's Potts.
Touchdown.
That's a threat.
In for the score. And the Falcons are in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver.
This game's going to be fun, boys.
Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps.
This game's going to be fun.
It's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his
Lot of
foot in
offense
and got
in this
inside
game.
for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
This year we can't have an all-CPU Super Bowl. The only CPU team left is the Chargers.
And just think of what it's like now.
The only one left is the Chargers. So you need to beat the Chargers, and then we're guaranteed to use or versus use the Super Bowl.
Than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands
All
on
3
it,
teams
couldn't
left
get
in
it.
the NFC are
And it's
users.
2nd down.
It's Pride and the Lions, Hobie and the Seahawks, AP and the Falcons.
In the first half, especially in the secondary, they've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help.
All you got to do, Rozier, is beat the Chargers, which after this, we can super sim Bills Chargers if you'd like. We can super sim it. We can find out if you get there.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
Nice completion.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace.
Here we go.
Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
I would absolutely. I'll make that happen then, Rozier. After this game, we will sim, check injuries, and then we can absolutely super sim. 100%.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that
Now
run.
let's go.
Don't just
Green,
ask for him.
39.
Show him that you're
Green,
supposed to get the football.
39.
Right back to him on first down.
Oop,
And so
Dawson
on the
gets
run
outside.
now.
He's gone.
And
He's
all
gone.
the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Extra point splits the uprights.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
All right, here we go.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is now a clash of bodies here.
Picked off. Mike Weir.
Picked off near the 44, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Wow.
All right, now
Wow,
look at
so
56.
wipe out
Look at
the
56.
INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other
Green,
for the
39.
postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight.
Here we go now.
Unable to find
Green,
anyone
39.
open.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
19.
On play action, they'll throw. And
Mike
the
Weir with
Seahawks
the
defense
sack.
gets to him and they bring him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He'll look to throw. Into double coverage,
picked off.
and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Something called Bennett.
So that's
I don't know
back-to-back
who Bennett
drives
is, but he
throwing
just
an
made a big
interception.
play.
Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping
Let's go.
this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease
Oh,
that they can
man.
run through. Didn't happen
Now
on that
Robbins
play.
is hurt.
Now we're
Both
getting
running
a
backs
timeout
are
here as it
dying.
looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the
I like
play.
how his dreadlocks are coming
While the
through his
training
helmet.
staff works
That's
on
funny.
him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Alright, that's just the bench. He's fine. He's fine. He'll be out like a quarter.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and
And
8.
Dawson's a pretty good backup.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
That is karma from 2 seasons ago, Hobie. I guess so. But still, you got a Super Bowl, and this was just a regular 3-point field goal, so.
I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto
I'd
the
still
field
take that
first,
dub
ahead
in the
of
Super
everyone
Bowl
else,
over
just say,
this.
"Guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark."
Well, so far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Would you look at that?
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense.
Long time no
Finding a
see,
way to
Alpo.
create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
He's roughing the pass. I have this tuned all the way freaking down,
They
too.
were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had benched,
here we go.
but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke.
I guess it's
as a result of
realistic because they
ground
get
penalty.
called all the fucking time in real
Now back
life.
to throw. And he's got it. Got his man for the end round. Complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster
Let's
passes
go.
when they're going that
Green,
fast,
39.
any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah,
There
and the
goes
deflection
Montgomery.
works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when.
So
who told
many
me, I don't care if I
penalties.
throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep
At
flinging
least it
I
doesn't do
just think
shit
there's
because
something
when you're
wrong
at the
with
1, it's
football.
going to just stay at the 1.
Yeah,
So if you're ever going to jump, now's the time to do
And
it.
he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves.
Why
those
do they
little
keep
subtle
splitting the
moves that get
60
you the
overall
job.
running back out?
They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Hey,
Exactly right.
we
That was
expected
timed
a
so
shootout,
well.
and we're getting one.
The throw, touchdown.
Tucker able
Getting
to
one.
connect on the extra point. And it's now 17-14.
Oh, yeah.
This is fielded a couple
Clay
times deep.
Halestre. Somehow, the most underrated player in the
Ultimately
league.
would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Got that hidden 99 overall
Out
spec
comes
catch.
this field general once
He's
more,
gonna
leading
sky
his
everybody.
offense back onto the field. Charles, it's the 2nd quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the 2nd quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked. Because
here
you
we
know
go.
there's still an
Green,
opportunity.
39.
No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass. Okay, that's cool. They're throwing an interception
It'd
as
be
well.
pretty funny for the
Can he
chubby white guy to
eliminate
Odell
mistakes
somebody.
and keep making the positive plays, the good plays?
That'd be
That's
pretty
what they're
funny.
looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just
All right, here we
that.
go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep.
Here we go now.
But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Set. Blue, 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here.
I don't know who C. White is, but now C. White is injured. Oh, shit, is that Christian White, the tackle? Oh, fuck, that's kind of a big one.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw.
Oh, Richard throws a dime to TS3.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Nice throw to McDuffie. This is a fun game. Back and forth. What's up, AP?
What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be, that time, 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Hurry up, here we go.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker.
Whoa. What the hell?
Not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up.
What the crap was that?
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe.
I mean, Charles Davis said it right. We're all fucking surprised.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB...
We're all hella surprised. I don't know why you flip it and have the kicker throw it. But like, oh my goodness.
Getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's
picked off Mike Weir.
Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw He couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again.
Well, this is kind of a reprieve for that stupid-ass
here in
fake
the second
field
quarter.
goal.
What might they change offensively?
I think that what you're trying to do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride is kicked in.
Green 39!
And he
Nice
comes
throw to
back with one
McDuffie.
complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch 10, watch 10. Come on, watch 10, watch 10.
They'll look to throw here. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this one is incomplete. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left side, and that is intercepted.
Out of bounds.
Or was it? Wait,
Great pick, just out of
no
bounds.
interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Yeah, it's been pretty good, Hobie. It's just Tebow's done a really good job of getting rid of the ball. Like, pretty much every play, there's a guy getting back there and, like, forcing him to get rid of it. It's just, he's doing a good job actually getting rid of it. Very un-Madden-like, I must say. Usually these Madden quarterbacks, they're just completely oblivious. But I don't know. Tebow's doing a good job.
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short,
here we go.
Definitely was a great time to dial one up.
AP Eccles got hurt.
Stick with it on first down.
Eccles is out.
Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there.
Eccles hurt his shoulder in the first quarter.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't
Clay
possess the
Halestre
eye
is in
discipline to
the
be an elite linebacker. What that means is
60 overall white guy.
And make a play. But on that one,
He's running pretty good, though.
Just a couple on the pickup.
He's doing all right.
Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
3-19.
And they'll run it here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Kyrie Mason and his 98 speed is gone.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown.
Can't let that guy get behind you. He's too dangerous.
Stretch their lead.
He's not a particularly great receiver, but he's fast as shit.
One time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the game.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but
nice throw.
Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you Laddie?
He called me Laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
15 yards through the air on a first down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Over the middle, complete. That's Love. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Back to throw here. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so
he got rid of
You throw
that.
that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Oh, there's Robbins, and he's gone.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle.
Seattle's making this really hard on Atlanta.
73 yards. And
Seattle's making this real tough on Atlanta.
Lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now let's go.
He finds an opening past the 40. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game. And he's got a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Set. Green 39. Green 30.
And on the ground they go with the running back.
Green
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding
Montgomery.
And I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They give him a gain of 37.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does the defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
Now let's go!
He'll get it up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone.
That was a tough run. I got to be honest, I've been pretty impressed by Clay here.
Taking it in for 2 yards.
He's running hard.
And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And he'll bang that one through. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away, trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
What a
He
catch.
did on the dive. Nice grab. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Crash, crash, crash.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep
real
people
tough
away,
for the Falcons.
facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure.
Going deep.
Another example of it there.
Did he catch that? No, he dropped it. Shit.
Incomplete.
That was almost a great
You
play.
hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on
Falcons
to the
defense
football.
gotta step
so I
up.
didn't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The fourth
Falcons
down
defense
run
gotta step
successful.
up.
Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. They find
There
some
goes
open
Jack
field
Richard.
here. And taking it across midfield
That
and
was a big
inside
play.
the 45.
Defensive line
That
lost
was good for
contain.
15 and a first.
Granted, Richard isn't a guy you'd think you'd need to contain, but hey, apparently he is.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39.
He's just got all day to throw back
And he's
there.
going to drop this off to his fullback.
Falcons
And
pass
he'll be
rush has
brought
got
down, it
nothing
looks like
doing.
right at the 40. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on
Let's
first
go.
down.
Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Give him 8
play.
yards on
Wow.
the play, and they pick up the first. So
That's
first
not a
and
good
10
sign
now
for
from
AP
the
right
30.
there. When the Seahawks are making even a screenplay work in this silly game,
Green 39.
that's not a good
Green
sign.
39.
And they'll go on the ground.
The Seahawks
And
can
he'll
put
fall
this in the
forward
end
to
zone.
the
I would venture to say that
29-yard
this game's
line.
all done.
We got three
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a
If
2nd and
Atlanta
9.
can hold them to a field goal, there might still be
Offensively
hope.
with the lead, you want to run the ball,
Here we
keep the
go
clock
now.
going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the
Green 39.
clock.
Green 39.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Here we go.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
That's probably the game.
As his guys are in for 6. And
That's
the Seahawks
probably
find
the
a way
game.
to stretch their lead.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL...
Now for the point after. Extra
Falcons
point
need
right
2
down the middle.
touchdowns.
And the decision to just
In
kick the
4
extra
minutes.
point winds up successful.
I'm not saying it's not possible, because it is possible.
This fielded a few
It's
yards
just
into
hella
the end zone.
unlikely.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
You know, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't even save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
My only full day of work this week is tomorrow. Because I'm missing Tuesday, and then Wednesday's a half day, and then Thursday and Friday are off.
Yeah, even if you don't want to
Tomorrow's
commit
my
to
only full day of work this
you
week.
have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Atlanta's got to move.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide
Complete to
open
Love, first down, now move. Hurry up.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard
Move. You're running out of time, Atlanta. You got to get in the end zone. You got to do it fast.
Got his man complete over the middle.
Okay.
It's Love.
Hurry up. It's a nice 8 yards. Now go get the rest of these 47.
Pick up there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it.
Most likely, Roberto, but I guess it's technically not over yet. Because if Atlanta can score, save their 3 timeouts, play D, get the ball back, it's technically possible. So you just got to not do shit like that. Because that's not going to help.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Over the middle.
Go.
And it's
Move.
incomplete.
Oh, what? I thought that was a
being able to
catch.
play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Papa McCullough, now move. Move.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that
Pride.
pressure can get to any quarterback.
If Seattle holds on, you get to have a home NFC Championship game. How does that feel? The NFC Championship game could be in Detroit.
So from 2nd and 10,
How does that feel, brother?
2nd and 15. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Face mask? Or roughing the passer? Or is it holding?
Flag as well.
Yep.
I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Alright, so let's take it to 8. Falcons need to get in on like the next play.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
2 tight ends down the bottom. Ooh, and Love drops it. That's the number 2 receiver in the league, and he drops it.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side,
Hurry up,
they said no more. They saw the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Why are you throwing to Manning? What the
No gain on the
fuck
play,
are you
and they'll
doing?
Up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but
You
remember,
shithead,
it's
you gotta go
also
end
third
zone.
down. Flag comes in. This might be
Oops,
a
Seattle
free
was
play.
offsides. Free play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read,
That's a
and it's
free
picked
play.
off.
That's a free play. This is
They'll
okay.
take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
This should be a free play. Seattle looked offsides.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Atlanta's got 2 plays, 4 yards, and then they got it, and Seattle's offsides again.
This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit.
Never mind. They have 2 plays to go to 9
To be
yards.
slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that's just to get it interesting.
5 yards there on third
I would
down
kick
to
it
bring
deep
up
and then play
fourth.
Green,
defense.
39. Green.
They're going to look to throw.
And that'll do it.
Should do it. Picked off with
Seattle's
great
going to Detroit.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead. And
Seattle
nice
is
play
going
to
to Detroit.
preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. And they'll run it here. And he'll power his way out near the 25. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
All right, here we go.
On third down, it's Robbins, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
That one goes for 36 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that
Here we go
downfield.
now. Green.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down.
Here we go
This
now.
defense is continuing to
Green,
contest
39.
every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself.
Seattle's going to kneel it, and then we'll get out of here.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and
Let's
10.
go. Green, 39.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
That was a fun
It
game,
really
though,
is,
guys.
because there's so much hard
AP,
work,
I know
effort.
that's a
You mentioned the
disappointing
hope
ending.
to go on and maybe
that was a
play in
fun
the big
game.
itself. Well, let's see how they handle it.
And
though.
Tebow threw
The
fucking
offseason-
480 yards. That was a fun game. Hobie, Do you plan on Hobie and Pride? This is pretty much, you guys are the only ones this matter for. There's no rush to do those. We can do those in the off season. But while I got you guys, Hobie, Pride. Do you want to watch the conference championship game now? Alright, Pride says he's ready. Yep, Rogier, we're going to super sim your game, so we find out if you make the Super Bowl. We're going to check injuries for the 3 remaining user teams. Alright, Raphael Turk is out for 2 weeks to the Seahawks. Christian White is all done, and DeGraff and Reed's out until the Super Bowl. And then Octavius Theory is all done for the Lions. Alright. So let's see if Rogier makes it first. Play full game. Ready. Bills, Chargers. AP, you got a good squad. You just need to refine it a little bit. Like, I think you need a little bit. You need a little more of a line. You need to build a defensive line for sure. You have some good players on defense. I think you have a couple okay linebackers. You have a couple. I think AP's got really good safeties. I think it's what Lawrence and Sampi are both like 88 overall safeties.
Hello, everybody.
That's why AP doesn't get beat deep a whole lot. It's just I'd probably invest in a corner or two and a defensive line, and then I think AP would be in good shape. Here we go. That's a good start for the Buffalo Bills. But as we've seen, good starts mean nothing against the fucking Chargers. Let's go, Rogier! Let's go!
Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit.
The Buffalo Bills are going to the Super Bowl, boys. Let's go.
And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
It's a hell of a comeback, too. That's a hell of a comeback.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis,
3 games for Rogier, 3 huge comebacks.
We'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Wow. Congratulations, Rogier. Congratulations. Let's see, you beat the Jaguars by 3. Beat the Chargers by 3. And who was the first game against? The Browns. I think that you also beat the Browns by 3. Alright, Albert Parker's point can stay. Here we go. Might as well find out who the Bills are going to play in the Super Bowl, right? Might as well. I think I've already done Pride's points. Hobie, it is only fair to do yours, because Pride's have already been spent, so it is only fair to do yours. So we got McCoy, TS3, Robbins, and McDuffie. Not a lot, but a good amount. McCoy's going to join the 99 club, which is pretty sick. Pride, you think about your jerseys while Hobie does his points. I don't even know if McCoy's going to be able to spend both of these points. Just max out McCoy. Alright. Yeah, McCoy's just going to sit on a point. Max out. I feel like this is obvious. He needs vert. I feel like this is... What's up, Liam? We're about to watch the NFC Championship game, bud. Between Pride and Hobart. And again, I feel like Robbins is pretty obvious. But still, I want to wait just in case. Then we got Bennett McDuffie. See, this one's a little trickier. What's up, Eagle? I'd probably go possession on McDuffie, right? I mean, deep third's not the worst idea either. One slot, one possession. Done deal. Conference championship, EJ. Regier's already in the Super Bowl. And we got Pride versus Hobie. Winner goes on to face Regier. This is a pretty cool one, guys. This is a pretty cool one. I guess so, Hobie. I don't know what to tell you. He had a pretty good year, so it's not that surprising that it jumped up. Pride wants to wear the color rushes. Ready. Get hyped, boys. Get hyped.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now they try the right side here. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty.
Look at AP trying to wheel and deal. I see you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. And, oh, he spins past him and into space.
Hobie, I love you, brother, but I just feel like a Pride Regier Super Bowl would be pretty fun. So, I guess I'm rooting for the Lions in this one, brother. Also, Pride's never had one before. You've got one. Pride's never been there, so.
Before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is, and that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care, and when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
I hope you just come out here and shred him, but, like, I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if you did. Your team's better. It's just, I don't know. It's Pride, man. How do I not root for Pride? Then he can go into his next Town of Salem game and just be like, yo, Super Bowl III champ. AP, chill.
Inside run sets up a very manageable second down.
Chill.
A very solid gain on that play.
4 down. Check. All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
They'll run it now out of the
Ooh, oh, he got popped in the hole. Oh, jeez.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily.
The running game is not going to work against Seattle. I'm sorry. This shit's not going to work.
The opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harris. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very
He's going up. He's going up top, and it's picked off by Folsom.
Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.
It's a big play by that Seattle defense.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted.
Pro Bowl safety Will Folsom making plays as I take my meds.
Run back associated with it. Really, this kind of works like a punt.
Now let's go.
It's not an altogether bad result.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15.
I'll take the one that makes me sleepy a little bit later.
11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really...
AP, you're giving him the hard sell, and I'm getting annoyed for Roberto. Leave him be.
Can't be happy.
And there's fucking Mason again. Oh my god. Mason literally has one skill. He's got one skill. We just learned it in the Atlanta game. Don't let him go deep. Oh my god. Coach Jake Pride did not watch film.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now.
You can't let Kyrie Mason beat you.
And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it
Heath Curran, who's basically this league's Joe Juravicious.
18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Touchdown.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score.
Kyrie Mason just ate up the Lions on that drive.
First quarter lead. And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that scores a big relief to a coach.
Yeah, no one wants to mention that in the locker room before the game. No one says, hey, don't fumble or don't do this because you don't want negative thoughts. That's why getting off to a good start is so huge for everyone. The first score in a conference title game, massive.
It is a juice draft this year,
And
Roberto.
Detroit
That's
getting
correct.
set
It is
to
a
go
juiced
now.
draft.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two,
Here we go.
right? Because once they do the
Hey,
interception,
P, just watch
and
the
finish
damn
off
game.
the
You want to make a
drive,
trade? Go to
it does them no
DMs.
good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you
Go
get it
annoy
done.
him in
Right off the
DMs.
bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Because it doesn't seem like you're getting anywhere on
So
stream.
they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
That's what I'm talking about. Hurry up. Here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right there.
No gain on the play.
The Lions
second
got to
down.
stop running the ball. This shit is
And
not
he got
working.
off the end there very quickly
We
to
saw
make that play.
Atlanta put up points on Seattle because they just slung the ball like crazy.
And what a terrific play.
Ooh, that was a good run.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards.
On the
Sets
whole,
up a
the
third
run
and
doesn't
long.
work against the Seattle defense because you got
And there we saw one of the
McCoy and Stone
downsides of blitzing
and
during a
Hageman
rundown because
and
sometimes you get out of your
Ogburn
gaps. You don't
and
fit the run
Folsom,
quite
and
as
it's
well
just they're
because
just
you're
all
headed
these
towards the
studs
ball
on the
with the
Seattle
ball.
defense.
And they'll go on
And
the
you're
ground.
just not
And
gonna
he will be
run
brought
on it.
down at about the 43
I don't know if he got
time.
that.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Seems like the Lions are starting to realize that if you take the run away, the Seattle offense has got to go somewhere else.
Green 39. Green 30.
Now back to throw.
Making Jack Richard try to beat
And
you
this
is
is
not a
gonna be
bad idea.
incomplete.
Because really, besides the one huge throw to Mason down the side of the field,
knock it away and brings up a fourth down decision.
Taking it about the 16.
I literally just watched draft day yesterday, Roberto.
That'll be a 63-yard.
Ah,
Well done.
that's some funny
Now the
shit.
Offense will take over with a new set of downs.
That's some funny shit.
Hey, boys, got four down. Here we go now. Green.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Vontae Mack, no matter what.
The defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess
Get
match.
gotta get rid of him because Will Ogburn's gonna beat the shit out of your tackle. Lorg will do a fine job against McCoy, but that left tackle cannot hold up against Stone and Ogburn.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway.
Pride, that's not Harris's fault. That's your shitty left tackle's fault.
Oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. Will come the offense as they take over. The 4th down.
Pride, if you want to blame him for everything, get a new damn quarterback.
Set. Green, 39.
They'll run it now.
Although, didn't Harris go up to like superstar dev somehow? So isn't he like 23, like an 85 superstar? So I don't know. I'd probably hold on to him and just dev his ass if that's the case.
Not helping him much. And on the ground they go with a running back.
Oh boy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it.
I just need to get him a receiver other than Bartholomew.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They picked up another 1st down with that run.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, picked off.
One that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
And Brandon, this is a real
He's
nice job
basically Stafford. You hate Stafford. That's funny.
Okay,
He's basically a mobile Matt Stafford.
You can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Oh shit, roughing the passer. That Ogburn gets tagged for that every damn game.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense
This is going to be a friggin' power
3
run.
and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field.
There's going to be nothing there.
Now a handoff looking right.
Called it. Oh, you got more than I expected,
Nice
though.
chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's
Nice
2nd and
5-yard run.
4.
Not bad.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll run it now.
Oh, dear.
And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase
Seattle
it,
could
staying
really
on
stretch
schedule,
this out
staying
here.
ahead of the sticks, whatever you want
If they
to
can
call
get
it.
this to 14, that's going to be tough for the Lions to come back
And
from.
he'll go down at the 28.
Because
5 yards on the
the
play.
Lions'
The
offense
drive
is
will
not the
continue.
Falcons' offense.
So many teams want to throw the ball
Sorry,
in this
Pride, but
situation
that's
nowadays.
just facts.
But I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And that's going to wind
PI
up
at the 1.
incomplete.
God
However, we
damn.
do have a flag down.
Motherfucker,
The second
goddamn.
referee.
To quote the esteemed Lil Wayne.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1 yard line. They
here
gave
we
up
go.
excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw.
Ooh.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. sack back around the 8.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. For Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's
That's a huge stand for Detroit. Holding them to a field goal there is huge. And then if they're dumb, they'll try a fake again.
So many times you hear today's
But
NFL
they should just
described
take
as
the
a
3.
space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their
That's
hands.
a big stop.
That's why sometimes you just swing it out to
That
your
stop
runner,
keeps
get him
Detroit
out on the
alive,
flat,
really.
and let them have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it back and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half. And some
Nice throw.
turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll have it past midfield.
Dylan Harris ain't giving up just yet.
Before being taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball
That back,
downfield.
if they ran a
But when you can
backside
pick it
slant,
up
that
in
would have
big
been so
spots
open.
and strike like that, have
Cornerback was
explosive
friggin'
plays,
15 yards off
that's
in the
often
weak
the
side
difference in
backer
winning
blitz.
and losing.
Oh,
Those
man.
types of plays that could knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Same shit.
Green 39! Green 39!
Ah,
Now Harris looking to throw on
that's
second
good.
down.
That was a nice
Quick
play.
throw here, that's
But
complete.
you could
That
attack
catch
the
good
Seattle
for
defense with
5.
weak
It's
side
3rd
slants
down.
all freaking day.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Tight end on the seam should be pretty open here.
From the gun on 3rd down.
There we go.
Quick hitter here.
I
is
got one
complete.
right.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what
I
they
would
would have done if they hadn't
There's probably a
taken
run,
first
but the
down
guy
yet.
on the top
But since they
probably
did,
run a slant
I
here.
guess
He'd
the
be pretty
ball
open.
moved.
And they were right there in that middle.
Ooh, play action.
Field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm not a fan of the throwback across your body on
Anytime
play
a
action.
defense can sit back in a zone
I like
that,
running the routes
it
with
tends
the
to create a
quarterback
lot of
instead of having
congestion
the
in
routes
middle
go
of the
back
field.
across the
Makes it
quarterback.
very hard to slot
It
one
puts
in.
the quarterback in an
Looked like
awkward
I-4
position
rush
having to
hour
make
in
those
your
throws.
hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Why? Oh, ooh, he slips out for a couple.
On the ground there, they're now left with 3rd and 6. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set! Green 39!
Back to throw.
Get rid of it.
Harris. A minute 58 to go. in
Take the
this
field
first
goal,
half
get
of
on the
play.
board,
Just
go
what
from there.
Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Take the 3, get on the board, go from there.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a nice score.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard
Coach Jake Pride
line.
doesn't look
They're
happy.
going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
But that's a call against Seattle. Blocking the back on Jerron Bennett.
Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big
Georgia still got their timeouts here, so they could theoretically make something happen. If they could actually get a stop, they could do something.
Nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Pride, isn't it just a sprained ankle? Like, isn't he mostly fine?
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense.
I thought I heard it was just a sprained ankle, which granted is still like a couple weeks, but it's not the end of the world.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point: get your head around, locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Robbins. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to
I didn't
go
realize it was a knee. I thought I heard ankle.
Second
Shit.
5 after the 5-yard
Yeah, that's a lot
completion
worse.
on 1st down.
That's definitely a lot worse.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll set up a throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, it's Robbins, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3, 19.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks as always.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, you know?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Green 39! Green 39!
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
Here we go now.
Harris now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Here's Harris on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. Pretty good coverage there.
Lions going to try to cut into the lead a little bit.
Coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. And they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, here we go.
That's a good play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one.
Big,
left
probably
side
Mason.
here.
No, he went deep to Curry.
But it
Interesting.
falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll look to throw. And
Oh, wow.
is incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. And now the spin. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck.
Bartholomew's injured. That's huge.
It's
Only the Lions' best offensive player. No big deal.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Harris to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successful complete one.
All right, here we go.
But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Picked off by Henry Wheaton. That might be a pick 6.
And he will score. Touchdown.
Oh, snap. The leader of this Lions defense making a huge play.
When those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives him a 3-point lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he finds a man in a crossing route. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
The offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And they'll run it here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from the safety. That could have been disastrous. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let's go! Green, 39!
To throw is Harris on 1st and 10. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
3-19!
Now Harris operating from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They ended up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Sorry, I haven't been talking much this half, guys.
Last possession, and that's become
Just
too
I'm a little out of it.
of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Life just continues to throw curveballs at me.
And for a 3rd time tonight,
Is that Wheaton again? That's pretty
picked
cool.
off at the 36. And they take possession.
That's
of the
probably
football
roughing.
and head
Oh
back
shit,
to
it's holding on the
36-yard
offense.
line. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion.
Wow.
Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Like, Brad, I know you're young, so I don't know if you fully get this yet, but it's just,
game to this point, just a field goal separating
for
these two
once,
teams.
it'd be so nice if life could just be easy. If I could just figure things out.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even
so
get started.
tired.
It'll wind up
And this
being a
isn't
loss
like,
of 2.
oh, tired, you gotta
It'll
take a
be
nap.
second
It's
and
just
12.
like, tired of life. Just generally exhausted.
And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain
I don't know
of a
if I
yard
can
that
properly
time, but
communicate
from the
in
spot,
words.
actually no gain. So third and long.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And his kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now. They feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
I don't know.
And now back out.
It'd be nicer for when somebody wanted to give to
right
me.
now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the
It's
playoffs.
exhausting.
It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together.
Seems
as a
like
team,
people only
as you
want
just
me
noted,
around when I'm
on the
beneficial
road.
to
So
them.
That means
Just,
they've
that
carried that
hurts.
mentality with them throughout.
That hurts.
Hey, we've got to go out here and rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Seahawks on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll drop the throw. This will be
Nice
inside the 10.
Detroit.
This is good for
Nice
a
throw
first
by
down.
Richard.
His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
This is a big 3 yards
Right
for
around
both
4
teams.
on the
Big
carry.
3
We'll see
yards
if they
for
want to
both
keep
teams.
pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Might
When
be
you
the
look at the
season for the
geography we're
Seahawks.
staring at, this part of the
Here we go.
field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers
And
trying
they
to
choose
pound
to
it
run
in?
it against the
Instead,
stacked
they're a
front,
little
and
more
I just
setback type, and
disagree.
just trying to make it happen.
I
Yeah, they went with the elusive
disagree.
super guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
And you
Now
get
we're getting a
Robbins
timeout
hurt.
here as it looks like
Ah.
there's a Seahawk injured on
I
the play.
you don't
While the trainers take a
shotgun
look,
draw against
we'll
the
step
stacked
aside.
front. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Jesus
Likely the
Christ.
play of the game
Oh
here,
shit, they're
trailing
going
in the
for it.
final quarter and going
They're
for
not
it
taking
on
the
4th
field
and
goal. Oh my
Here
god.
we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Well, this is
Gotta
dramatic.
try it here. He's back to throw. And for the
Wheaton's
4th
gone.
time tonight, it's an interception. Picked
Wheaton's
off
gone
inside
again.
The 10. And he'll get it all the way down inside
My
the 35-yard line.
God.
And they're not
Why
able
would
to
you
convert
not take
on
the
4th
3
down.
there?
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked in.
Why would you not
in the passing game? When was the last time we had someone get 3
take
in a
the 3 and then trust your
2011,
defense that's
wasn't it,
been
Kurt
dominant all
Coleman?
day?
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Redskins.
That's correct.
I
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Set. Blue 90.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble
here we go.
probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover. They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Seattle needs to go get points.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he just keeps
And a
dropping
big
back.
loss here as he's taken down.
Blitz. Blitz.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so
Here we go
far.
now.
It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're able to
Crazy.
bring him
Seattle
down
still got to
at
go
the
for this
20.
in 4th and 15.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it also
On
leads
their
to
own
4th
damn
down.
19, they got to go
Certainly
for it.
playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That's
And the
that.
Lions pressure too strong. Down he
Defensive
goes.
Player of the Year,
The
Rocco
Seahawks
Legursky
go
gets
for
him
it, but
again.
can't convert. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
Why are they still throwing? They're going to get Dylan Harris hurt.
He goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts? No, not at all.
Looking to throw. Harris. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here.
And Dylan Harris is hurt.
We've got a Lion that's shaken up.
This is exactly what I was talking
when we get
about.
back.
This is exactly what I was talking about. And he's out for a while because he's going to the locker room. It's exactly what I was talking about.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Blue Lightning.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to flip one out.
Why are they throwing?
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard
Why
line.
the hell are the
It's a
Lions
gain
still
of
throwing
5.
the ball?
And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game.
This should have been Dupree, field goal.
Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center eligible stuff.
Instead, they go pass, field goal. And now we're stuck with Davy Landon.
In the drive, that has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
So stupid.
Offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly
Now
what
Wayne
happened.
Moran's hurt.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up.
I will absolutely check the injury after the game, Friday. Because you might need to go acquire a quarterback. Unless you want to pull a Walter and rock with your backup quarterback in the Super Bowl. I wouldn't recommend that, but
they pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
All right, here we go.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 15.
Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
They'll look to throw. Going up top. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
ironically enough, this isn't over yet, guys.
So a little extra on top of the big
And
play.
the Lions are getting beat up.
So
even if the Lions do win, they're down some dudes.
Will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught now for a
This
late
isn't
touchdown.
over.
So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
This isn't
Okay, game on. Don't go
over.
anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to.
I don't know. If I'm Seattle, I kick this off.
Not having a chance
Yeah.
at all. And
Looks
that's
like
when
they're
you
gonna.
put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right,
Oh, nice run, Dupree. That was clutch. That run was worth 40 seconds.
End zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first
Here
and
we
10.
go now. Green 39.
Right back to him on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now the Seahawks forced to
This
use
play
their
right
third
here
and final timeout.
determines if the Lions
They'll
make
head
the
to
Super
the
Bowl.
sideline and talk over what to do next.
They need an inch. This is all about willpower, fellas.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
All about willpower right here.
And they'll go on the
First
ground.
down. Lions are going to the Super Bowl.
They give them 5 yards there, and that's enough for the
32
first.
carries from Malik Dupree.
I like that run right there,
32
partner. Not
carries.
the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for
Holy
big yardage, but he understands the situation and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands
What
the
a game.
situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say,
Hurry up, here we
that
go.
looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone
What
get
a
the ball
game.
out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL.
Right, so let's get out of
What an
here.
amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
Go check on that injury. And go check on all, 5 of those injuries. Hobie, valiant effort. I know you're hurting right now, bud. Trust me, I feel it. I feel you. I truly do. But you got a big off season. You can make things happen. You got a hell of a team there, bud. Okay, Dylan Harris looks like he's back. However, Moran's out and Bartholomew's out. So, Pride, what I'm going to do for you. Are you at 53 guys right now? I believe, yeah, you are. I'm going to put all 3 of them on injured reserve for you so you have 3 roster spots to play with. You can either claim the best players, trade for new players. This is just, you now have 3 roster spots to go play with. I don't know if we're going to stream the Super Bowl tomorrow, Tuesday, whatever. But we'll take a peek at free agents real quick for you. Yeah, there's nothing here. I mean, Sanchez Collier, maybe if you wanted a backup running back, isn't terrible. But most of these players aren't very good. I mean, Avery Lemmings has a little bit of potential. You don't need a quarterback because Harris is back. But yeah, no, there's not much there. there's not much there. I mean, Frank Wright and Triplett still isn't, and Crockett's fast, and Lawton's a good tight end. All right, let's view the Pro Bowl roster so I can sim right to the Super Bowl. Fallers and Harris, both Super Bowl quarterbacks were Pro Bowlers. That's pretty cool. Let's see what other Super Bowl players were in the Pro Bowl. None of these stud receivers. None of the... Ooh, Bilbo made the Pro Bowl. Wow. I think Pride does, Pepper Jack. I think Pride might be in somewhat of a buying mode. Pride, I will show you and Regier your rosters and your picks right now. Just you two. So that way you know what you're working with, and if you want to go make some moves, you can. Alright? Sound good? So, you guys can go. Legursky obviously made the Pro Bowl. No shit. Alright. So I'm going to sim through this week. And I'm going to... That's cool. That looks cool. Okay. Let's go look at the Bills injuries, because I think Turk came back. And if the Bills have anyone who's out longer than this... Yeah, Jabril Conley will put him on IR too. So now Regier should have a couple roster spots to play with. Yeah, you get the jersey choice, Pride. I'm just going to show the two Super Bowl rosters. That's it. Harris and Landon. Dupree, Theory, and Banks. No fullback. Bartholomew's out, but Frank Wright's a stud. And got a bunch of receivers here. Could use a tight end. Pride, if you want a tight end and you want to move... I mean, Lawton's a pretty good tight end. Who am I kidding? He's productive. Reed Lorg, best player on the team. Banks Cole was a great offseason pickup. Henry Wheaton, the leader of this defense. Rocco Legursky, the best defensive player in the league, apparently. Antoine Gauthier. Paul Rouge. Lawrence Forte, and then J.K. Scott. Picks. You have a 6 and a 7 this year. And then your standard bevy of picks next year minus a 3. The Bills. Bills have I gotta be honest, Regier's done a good job here. Don Sparks, Cockerham, and Vollers. He's got Milton and Harvey Neese. Mike Lyon at fullback. Vance, Turk, Dahlin, Cochran, Cohens, and Copeland at receiver. Riley Stanley has been a productive tight end, and he's got this Deshaun Lamb thing at tight end as well. Alright, peace out, Pride. You have all day tomorrow to make deals, probably, and who knows, if I can't stream tomorrow night, you may have until Tuesday. So, have some fun, bud. Enjoy. Sheldon Cockrell at left tackle. Blair Ritzman at left guard. Kevin Wilson. Willis Skinner at center, even though I believe Skinner plays left guard for him. Good corners. Farrell, Roy, Blackman, Reese, Duncan. Pretty good corners. Mathis at safety. Lincoln at safety. Victor Silva's a good kicker. Parker, and he's carrying a second punter. And Regier's light on picks. Regier's a little light on picks. Anyone on his practice squad he maybe wants to call up? I mean, he could call up Avery Lemmings if he wanted a backup quarterback, but he's already got 3. I mean, I feel like Rugier's in a pretty decent spot. It's just, I feel like pride might buy a little bit, but I feel like Rozier will probably stand pat. So, let's ensure that everyone's upgraded to the max. Do the same for Rozier. Alright. So that's that, fellas. We will have the Super Bowl next stream. Next stream is the Super Bowl. Have a good night, guys. Sleep tight, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace out, gang.